All right, everybody from coast to coast, it's time for your favorite podcast. It's time for Survival of the Fittest is the soup du jour. I'm Chef Roberto Treviño, and what do I have for you this evening? And it is indeed evening here on the beautiful shores of Lake Nona here in beautiful Florida. All right, everybody, I've been thinking about this. I would have to say officially, it's post-coronavirus, and I'm starting to see it, and everyone is so happy. Everyone is so stoked. We just passed Memorial Day weekend. God bless all our soldiers. God bless all the ones who've given their lives for us, and let's thank them. And, of course, Memorial Day is a very important day to recognize that sacrifice that so many of our service members gave for us to have our freedoms and our right to do just this, speak our minds and have the American way of life in front of us, and God bless them. So thank you very much. Let's continue. Now, with food news, I have odd food news for you tonight. All right? I have to ask the question, everybody. America, are you listening? Because I need to know the difference. What is the difference between a cupcake and a muffin? Everyone says, it's a muffin. It's a cupcake. It's a muffin. It's a cupcake. It's a muffin. I tell you what, the difference is very clear, even though everyone knows you cook them in a muffin pan. You don't call them a cupcake pan, but it is what it is. So, cupcakes or a muffin? Okay, really, let's think about this for a minute. What is the difference between the cupcake and the muffin? Well, I'd have to say cupcakes are by and large miniature version of their cake counterparts. So whether they be made out of chiffon or chocolate or chinois, I tell you what, that is what it's all about. Now the muffin, on the other hand, is like more dense, sometimes has like grains and maybe fruit and not a lot less sugar than the cupcake, even though they're very similar. The cupcake tends to have a lot more fat, which obviously makes it tastier. Butter, milk, cream, all those wonderful things that make food wonderful, all right? So, cupcakes are definitely like the fattier, more, let's say, glamorous of the cupcakes. So, of the muffin cupcake family, if you will. So I'd have to say that the cupcake is the glamorous. It's the Chanel and the Gucci and the Louis Vuitton of the small muffin pan bakables. And the muffin is like let's just call it like the California hippie chick. And I do apologize. It just came out that way. It's like the organic, more nuts and oats and fruit of the cupcake. Now, which do you prefer? Do you want the healthier muffin? Even though, don't give me a break if you think that even a muffin in the morning is healthy for you. It's not, but it's delicious, and I agree, delicious is better than healthy. But I'm going to go with the cupcake. The cupcake is more glamorous and tastier and certainly richer than the muffin. So my choice for the morning, I'd have to say I'm going with the cupcake over the muffin. Now we know the difference. America, you know it now. Remember, you heard it here on Survival of the Fittest, the soup du jour. The muffin is a little more just friendlier. And the cupcake is far more glamorous. So there you have it. And more oddities in the food world. Now, I'm going to have to say it straight up. I love Italian food. Yes, you all know it. I love Mexican food. Hence tacos, burritos, and what have you. Yes, I love them. And I love breakfast. And during the pandemic, I'd have to say I've had a few nights of enjoying Burger King. Now, Burger King is really cool because they brought out, their Impossible Whopper and all these different angles where you say to yourself, like, whoa, well, that's not so Burger King. But at the same time, it is so Burger King 2021 post coronavirus. All right. And I'd have to say I enjoyed my time with Burger King during the coronavirus lockdown, and I would get that with Uber Eats and what have you, but delicious. But I have to say, Burger King, you missed the mark. Listen to this. Burger King is launching an Italian breakfast burrito. I'm just going to say it straight up. Not. Please don't do that. Even though we all love Italian sausage and it's delicious, I just don't see it as a burrito. Now, wrap, as you know, my peeve with what wrap has done to the glorious burrito, perhaps you could get away with it, Burger King, with your Italian breakfast wrap. But I cannot accept your Italian breakfast burrito. So let's just agree that one should get scratched off the list like many other of their, let's just say, they're trying to innovative Burger King offerings. And there's been several that have gone by the wayside. Certainly not like the McRib by McDonald's that has kind of become legend. I'd have to say Burger King lost the battle with their rib sandwich, which no one even remembers. So, once again, I'd have to call them out and say, Burger King, don't do it. Skip the Italian breakfast burrito, all right? So, where else but in California will you find triple X cooking classes? No, not triple X, because this is the mom version of like soft porn, okay? Soft mom version of soft porn, the 50 Shades of Grey cooking class, probably in some strip mall in some suburban community, which I love, by the way. I do enjoy both strip malls and suburban communities because I live in them both. And I'd have to say this is the kind of kink-themed cooking class where, you're actually putting together some freaky dishes. And I'd have to say, like, what? What would you possibly put together? Playroom pretzel ropes, bondage wrapped shrimp with vanilla bean, beurre blanc. I mean, what are we talking about here? And I will, I'm guilty. I'm going to say I'm guilty. How many Valentine's Day menus in my different restaurants over the years have I done the aphrodisiac menu, which probably is about a half a step away from what we're talking about, this sort of like the 50 Shades of Grey cooking classes, all right? So I'm not sure. Moms all across the country are living it. Dads maybe have to go by force, but in the end, Dad, you enjoy the attention in the end. So whatever the case, I'm game. Why not, right? Anything to make cooking more fun and anything to make a little kink, bring a little more kink into your life, all right? So once again, these are some of the oddities that I'm like just kind of hearing about in the food world, which to me obviously is what I'm all about. So this podcast really, and I'd have to thank Orlando Brewing for bringing us a keg. We are once again here at my house on the lake in Lake Nona, which is wonderful. I have my dogs here with me. I have Rick, the producer, with me, and we are just doing our thing and enjoying. This time they sent us a pony keg because they know that the keg has put weight on me, and and I'm working on the weight thing. It is summer. Everyone wants to lose weight in the summertime, and I'm certainly one of them. As a matter of fact, I'm always trying to lose weight. I think that's become my year-to-year thing. I'm always on a diet that doesn't exist, and I'm always doing exercise that I barely do. So I'm always in the losing weight mode. But it's definitely summer, and you got to think that way. So thanks to Orlando Brewing for sending me that pony keg and thinking of my belly for the summer and not sending me a big keg, because I tell you what, I keep drinking them when they send the big old keg. Nothing like a kegger. This is the Kegger podcast. We can actually claim that moniker. as being the podcast that it doubles as a kegger. All right. And you all know what I mean when I say it's a kegger. All right. So definitely want to keep enjoying my Orlando Brewing. Thanks to John and all his people over there at Orlando Brewing, first organic brewery. One of the oldest in America, straight up. I'm just going to say it. And I mean that. It's one of the oldest organic breweries in America, and that is really cool. And the brewery is wonderful. You go there, it's just all the memorabilia on the walls. Old Orlando, old America, military America, Hollywood, the works. It's all there, and it's just a lot of fun. So, and I don't mean Hollywood, Florida. I mean Hollywood, California. The great, like, times of great movies and all of that business. So I've been I've just been doing a lot of paellas lately, a lot of tapas lately. I'm a big believer in, I'm definitely seeing. Listen, I'm going to be honest with everybody here. Definitely this weekend, which was Memorial Day weekend, was epic. Epic. Why? Because it just seems like it was the breaking of just break down the coronavirus is history. And yes, some places are still battling it. And we also got to be careful. Let's just be honest. If you're more vulnerable, obviously be careful. Everyone's vaccinated, or just a large percentage of people are vaccinated. So you're just starting to see America come back. And that's wonderful. And Orlando, for me this weekend, was just that. Memorial Day weekend, Icon Park, packed. Packed. So packed that the restaurants couldn't even handle it. And restaurants are like boats in big storms. They weather it. They deal with it. Man, they batten the hatches and man, all their stations and everyone gets ready for that storm. But I'd have to say that this was a perfect storm. This was that perfect storm. America has been locked down for a year and 8 months, a year and 3/4 of the year. It's a long time. And all of a sudden you're like released. And the science is there and the knowledge is there and the information is out there for you to be comfortable enough to start getting out. Use the mask if you like. If you don't. But I'd have to tell you, it was a perfect storm. It was a holiday weekend. It was wonderful weather here in Florida, here in Orlando. And we got past this time. We got past that hurdle that we all needed to get past. And, the president said July 4th, but nah. This is America. We want to go fast, and we want it first. So we're ready, and God bless us. We're going to make this happen. And once again, the restaurants couldn't handle it. And that's just an indicator. Not that it was so bad, the restaurant. No, it was so good. It was so right. It was so now that the restaurants were just overwhelmed with the amount of people who wanted to dine, who wanted to feel free enough to sit and drink and eat and enjoy life. These are the things that I'm just totally excited about. So we're definitely enjoying this. And so I'm definitely working with a new group of people. I'll announce where soon. I just want to make sure that we can get this place just really strong before we announce my next 1, 2, and 3 projects that I have in line to share with everybody, and hope that I can entertain people within, the walls of these different restaurants doing my food and really kind of bringing the culinary staff up to par to be able to deliver what I believe the guest want. And I would want you to suggest to me what you think and send your questions to our Instagram at Chef Roberto Treviño, and that's just Chef Roberto Treviño, and ask us questions. Next show, I really want to be able to go on your Instagram and say, it's time for our Instagram question, and we'll we'll just relay your tag, and we'll read your message or your question online, whatever it may be, and we'll take it from there, and it sounds cool. I just kind of want to add to it. I just love Instagram. I love my Instagram page. I love my Instagram followers. It's like where I think I engage most with my listeners. We have a lot of people who kind of like go from Instagram to the podcast to the Instagram, and I kind of want to unite the two so that we can have more of a clear communication channel. And I'm going to use the Instagram to just communicate with all of you. So feel free, Chef Roberto Treviño, that's at Instagram, and ask me questions, send us requests, your favorite songs. I love the playlist, I always want to hear people's playlists. So never hesitate to send me your playlist so that we can talk about it and we can share it so other kitchens can maybe like theme their nights. And I've always said this, you got to theme your night. Now, I used to do it with cocktails. My cooks would all be in the kitchen and we'd be like, okay, tonight, crew, is cocktail night. Because usually it was beer night. Everyone gets a beer. It's the cook thing. It's the American way. It's what we do in kitchens, you get a beer. And I remember on certain nights of the week, it would be, all right, everybody, tonight is cocktail night. And everybody used to like save their favorite cocktail for that moment where they would say like, I want this or I want that. And that was a lot of fun. So definitely share your playlists, share your favorite drinks on our Instagram page, and we will definitely relay it here on Survival of the Fittest at the Soup du Jour, for sure. So definitely stay connected with us. I think we're going to bring you more odd news, and I have to just go back to that Burger King Italian breakfast burrito and just say, don't do it, brothers. Don't do it. Let me get a sip of this Orlando Brewing because it's so delicious and I'm parched. Love Orlando. Love Orlando. Every time I take a sip of Orlando Brewing, I can only say one thing. I love this city. And it's time. We're back. And nothing like this town to really, really make their restaurants just chirp with happiness. It's a tough town. People are very demanding, but at the same time, people love to dine out. And when you have the venue and you're able to do it, to feed people and innovate in your kitchen and try to impress your guests, that's what it's all about. And I'm very fortunate to be, and yet again, based in another great food city. I was in San Juan for years, and I'd have to say San Juan is a great food city. We've seen a lot of great, exciting things happen in San Juan, Puerto Rico, in the restaurant scene lately. Things are lightening up there, even though, Puerto Rico's Puerto Rico. But, because you always hear all the negative shit, but you never hear about how wonderful it is to be in San Juan. And the restaurant scene is definitely one of the wonderful parts of San Juan, Puerto Rico, including La Central that just opened. A friend of mine, Chef Mario Pagan, who I love, 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 brother. I wish you well. Killing it. That restaurant is beautiful. We posted a few pictures. My producer and best friend, Rick, was there this weekend, and he was like, I'm going to La Central. I said, oh, my goodness, really, bro? Like, you got it like that? He got in. That guy, he gets in anywhere. It's the funniest thing. It's like he's one of those guys, He's definitely a producer and a publicist, and he does PR work. So he's one of those guys that can get in anywhere. And it's amazing. So my boy was sending me pictures while I'm here working. Memorial Day weekend, cranking beyond belief. And I would get these like update pictures of all the food and stuff at these different restaurants. And one particular standout was La Central by Mario Pagan. So he had a great time. He enjoyed it. Loved it. It's just San Juan, Puerto Rico. What can I say? So it's good to see San Juan coming back. It's good to see Orlando coming back. I can't wait to hear that my chef friends in LA are killing it. I can't wait to hear that my friends in New York are back. I can't wait to hear that all my chef friends' restaurants in Chicago are open again. America, we're back, and the kitchen wants to cook for you. And you know what else? There's nothing that's more patriotic than feeding one another. That's what keeps our nation strong. And when we do it well, like we do, and we do it nice like we do, and we do it with a lot of style and pizzazz like we do, we win, America. So go out and dine. Remember your favorite chefs. Get on out there and eat. Go out to your favorite restaurant. Do your chefs a big favor. Send them a big kiss and a big hug from Chef Treviño, because this is survival of the fittest. It's the soup du jour. I'm Chef Roberto Treviño, and I love you. Take care, everybody.